Hello YTPC, I'm Jeffrey, and this is Life with a Pipe. Welcome back. It's my birthday weekend, and we are continuing the tasting extravaganza, all made possible by Jonathan over at Blake 1827 and Paul over at Pipes of Old in Grunwald Pipes. You had previously seen me smoke a series of McBaren's Virginia No. 1 at various ages. Today we are going to do McBaren's Plumcake. Jonathan over at Blake 1827 provided me with some already aged plum cake, and Paul had provided me with some new plum cake. And I had this tin of aged plum cake from pre-1979. And today you're going to see me open these tins. We'll pull some out. We will look at the color variations. We'll pack them in some pipes, and then we'll bring them back here in the office and we'll smoke them. Join me.
Okay, here are our 3 tobaccos with 3 different ages. This is a new plum cake tin that was from November of 2023. This is June 2013, and this is, as far as I can tell from my research, 45 plus years old. Fireside Industries stopped being the McBaren distributor back in 1979, from what I can find. So 45 plus years old on this tin. You can see this is an old 8-ounce tin here. This is a 3.5, and we have a couple ounces here that was traded to me by Blake 1827. Big thank you again to Blake. And to Paul over at Pipes of Old for trading this with me. They made this all possible, and I am very, very grateful for that. Let's go ahead and open up these tins. Again, this tin has been opened to allow it to air out, to decant a little bit. I did a trade with another piper, but I have not yet smoked it. The smell out of this fresh tin was unlike anything I had ever smelled before. It was a very fermented smell. Rum, maybe, as well. The Navy blend would lend me to believe that, but it was a very unique experience. So I'm excited to crack this open again now that it's been a few days to see how that smell may have evolved. Again, I'm going to lay out some tobacco so we can see them side by side, and then we will pack the pipes. Give this a smell. The fermentedness has died off, and I can smell the Latakia in this a lot more presently than I did previously. Such a unique smell, though. Unlike anything I have experienced up to this point. Very excited for this tasting. As you can see, the Virginias have darkened quite a bit over the 10 years of the life of that particular batch. You can see this is very dark. This could probably be rehydrated a little bit to accentuate some flavors. I'm not going to take some time for that today, though. But It's not too dry, but it's on the much drier side compared to the others. November 2023, June 2013, and 45 plus years ago, 1979 or before. Let's go ahead and pack these up. So I chose these pipes because the chambers are of similar width and depth. You know what? I'm going to get a fourth pipe because Jonathan has been playing with mixing the 2013 and the 45 plus year old. I'm just going to mix together everything I have here and see what experience we have with a multi-blend. We'll put that in the pickaxe. Okay, there we go. Let's smoke them.
All right, welcome back. So let's start off with a palate cleanser. Some good old black medium roast coffee. And we're gonna start with the youngest of the plum cakes. This is from, looking at my notes, November 2023. The tin note off this thing was incredible the first time I popped it a couple of days ago. It has definitely changed since then. The latakia came forward. That really fermented, boozy smell evaporated off pretty quickly. But I had never smelled something like that. It was pretty incredible. So I am very curious what this is going to be like. To be honest, I was not a fan of the really aged version of plum cake. And that's what prompted this request, is that I wanted to see if I would like a younger version of it. So let's give it a try. Wow, that is very unique. I see why they call it plum cake. The rum and the latakia creates kind of this plummy, fruity, boozy, rummy tone. It Now this is enjoyable. Now I can see why people like this. This is very pleasant. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's check out the middle-aged version here. This is from June of 2013. So this is a little more than 10 years old now. Let's see how some age does for this. It has changed and matured. All the flavors have definitely melded over time. The latakia is dialed back. The rummy sweetness is dialed back. The sweetness is still there, though. So all the flavors have kind of melded together. It's, I want to say, less nuanced. It's more of a consistent note to it rather than a chord of notes, so to speak. But it is still a very enjoyable smoke. Cool. All right, so let's go to the aged version of the plum cake, 45 plus years old. Let's see what we get out of this. So all I can say about this is that it tastes old. I will not finish this bowl. I'm not a fan. Jonathan, Blake 1827, I shared some of the aged version with him so that he could have a similar experience. And he played with mixing the 2013 batch with the aged batch, and he found that a 50-50 mix was kind of his sweet spot. You saw me pack a fourth pipe, which I'll pull out here in just a minute. That was about a third, 1/3, and 1/3 of each of these three. I'll be trying that next. I'm very curious. Yeah, this is past its prime, long past its prime. Maybe I'll find a way to use it up in some way, or again, if any of you are interested in having this experience, I don't have enough to share with many of you, but I'll be happy to trade a little tobacco with anybody that would be interested in a 3 tobacco flight. See if you can taste any different nuances. I'd love to hear your feedback on these. I won't be rushing to smoke this stuff, the aged version, but it is a unique experience, for sure. Yeah, it's just verging on cardboard. It's kind of sad. The Virginia aged so well. The Virginia aged like a fine wine would. It just got better, smoother, more complex. This has gone the opposite direction. The youngest is the most complex. There's a lot of different notes that you can pick out of that. The middle aged was less nuanced, a very smooth experience, which can be a very pleasant experience if you're not interested in sitting there and thinking about your tobacco. You're just having a nice smoke, maybe while you're working on the computer or reading a book. But this is, well, I'm going to put this down. Let's just put it that way. Let's cleanse the palate one more time. So this is a mix of all three. I just kind of mixed it up as you saw, stuffed it in the pipe. Let's see what we get. Okay, those nuances are back. The younger is lifting the experience quite a bit. Yeah. Whatever is left of the aged, I'm definitely going to mix it with the younger. It'll make all of it go a little further. Yeah, that's very nice. I agree with Blake in mixing the older with the younger. The really aged does bring an interesting nuance, but it doesn't need to be a dominant part of the blend for sure. Bringing in the younger, I like the 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. You get a little bit of each of them. They all have something in similar, so there's a clear connection between them, but the nuances are much more varied. It's nice. Well, thank you for joining me again. This has been a great experience to have on my birthday weekend. Thank you for sharing it with me. Remember, life with a pipe is better than without. Bye for now.